Hello students, today we are going to learn about different approaches or methods to develop a software. So there are two very important methods, waterfall and agile. So now let's understand what the waterfall method. Assume I am a customer or a client and I want a company to build my website. What I'm going to say is, here are all the features that I need to be built on the website, and now the IT team would have a system analyst or somebody, maybe PM in some of the companies, who would ask me what exactly I want in the website. Then he would note it down and he would make a nice document. And now I feel that I have told everything about my website. Then IT team would architect the design. They would determine how would the data flow, or if there is any new database needed, and etc. Once that's determined, developers, they would start coding. Once the coding is completely done, then developer says, okay, website is ready, now please test and let me know if there is anything wrong that I have developed. Then SQA starts testing, right? So this is the SQA that he would start testing, and they make sure that all the features in the site looks good. Developers fix all the issues reported by QA team, and finally the product goes back to the client. Okay, client reviews and he gives his input. If everything looks good, then the website is launched, and once launched, then it requires the maintenance. So by looking this, it looks so really easy and straightforward, isn't it? And it has some pros. For example, that's pretty easy to understand. Every step is well planned. The next phase starts after understanding and implementing of the previous phase. However, there are many problems in waterfall methods. So let's discuss what could be the problems. So as a client, I told all the requirements, all the things that I want in my website. But what if I missed something? What if I just did not assume that? I haven't realized at that time. But I realized once the website is done, and then I check it and I feel, oh my god, I forgot this requirement and that was really important. So I need to give it for fixes again. So the first and the biggest problem with waterfall is the requirements keeps changing. So don't assume that requirement is just going to be one time. The requirements keep on changing. Okay, so this is the cons. Now I didn't know as a client that, now assume I was a client, right? And for a whole the development cycle for 6 months, I did not know what is going on, what developers are testing, what testers are doing. I just get to see the product once it is completely done. So it means it's a lack of environment of customer or business that they need to wait quite a long in waterfall method if they wanted to see that product is ready. And if they wanted to give some input, they cannot give it because they would see at the end of the cycle when the development is done. Now the next thing is, by the time product comes to the client, some of the features are obsolete. So, and you see nowadays the technologies are very fast, so products get obsolete most of the time in waterfall method. Also the accuracy of estimations, because in waterfall method it's a huge project most of the time, and if there's some problem occurs, then all the estimation goes wrong. So most of the time estimations are not accurate in waterfall method. And also in waterfall method, it goes sequential manner. Then at the end of the QA, if client says that we need to change something and that is the really bad looking, then the last minute of correction gets very difficult. So that's also one of the problems. And also it happens always in the waterfall method that clients give the project, and in the architect and development it takes lots of time. And let's say client says that you need to get it done for 6 months, and within 6 months just give me this product. And most of the time it happens that it takes like almost 4 to 5 months when the architecture, coding, everything gets completed, and the QA gets very little time to test. So it's always a problem at the end when the QA finds out the issues, and then again developers has to fix it. They always suffer with the very less time. In waterfall method, there are lots of documentations in the beginning. SA would write all the documents and features that needs to be built, and most of the emphasis goes in the documentation. Either is a system analyst, or it's a developer or QA. Everybody has to do lots of documentation. And last but not the least, schedule and cost overruns. So as you see that most of the time waterfall method schedules gets changed, so obviously the cost also gets bigger and bigger. Most of the time in waterfall method, schedule and cost overrun happens. So these are all the basic waterfall method cons that most of the companies faces. And now to overcome these issues, Agile comes in the picture. Agile has taken over now. In most of the companies, they use the Agile method to develop a software. Okay, now what is Agile? Well, like as you see in waterfall method, it's a sequential way of developing a software. Okay, but Agile is a incremental process of software development. And by the way, there are some other names that also represents Agile, that is like Scrum or Extreme Programming. You might heard these words as well, and they're all almost same. So now let's see how does it work. Okay. It also starts from the requirement phase. Customer, they give their requirement that what needs to be built, but this time instead of going directly to design phase, project teams sit together and they prioritize the requirements, that which requirements they are going to go first. So for example, let's say there are 20 features, okay? Then out of 20 features, they would break down the requirement, let's say in 3 iterations, like sprint 1, sprint 2 and sprint 3. So out of 20 requirements, they would prioritize, and maybe 10 requirements would go in sprint 1, and then 5 requirements would go in sprint 2, and the next 5 requirements would go into sprint 3. And what is sprint 1, sprint 2 and sprint 3? So in sprint 1, it will have like 10 requirements. So whatever is needed for the completion of 10 requirements will be in the sprint 1. So that would be plan, design, code, test and UAT. So that would be in sprint 1. Then again for the next 5 requirements, the same thing will be in sprint 2 and then in sprint 3. So for the 10 requirements, first they will do planning, design, then coding, and then testing and UAT. And coding and testing here goes simultaneously. UAT is user acceptance testing. That means whatever the features they are implementing, all the 10 features, when they are done, then it could be possible that the team would send all these 10 features to the business or the client to check that that's what they want to have or not. Sometimes the UAT is after every sprint, or sometimes it's like after 3 sprints they will have a UAT. So agile method is little different than the traditional waterfall method. So in agile we break down the requirements into sprints, and after the sprint goes, a certain portion or certain chunk of the requirements gets completed, instead of going through and working through all the requirements at first. So there are so many pros in agile. Now let's see what's the advantages of agile. One is agile understand all the requirements can't be collected in the beginning of the project. So for a traditional way, people understood that it's not gonna be working out, there's some problem. So now most of the companies, they do this thing that once they get the requirements from the client, they make the pieces of the requirements and then they just work on one piece and then another piece instead of the whole piece together. Second advantage is requirements could be changed or collected throughout the development cycle. So here we know that if something client doesn't like, they can change it, right? So throughout the development cycle, we keep looping the customer or the client, and they keep on checking what the developers has built. So their feedbacks is always coming during the development phase. The third is customers are involved basically in throughout the development cycle, that we already gone through, that customers or client, they are more involved in agile. Agile doesn't need to have much of the document. The focus is on frequent delivery of the project. So in agile, there is not much documentation needed. Even I have seen in one of my past companies that we even didn't get time sometimes to write down the test cases, because sometimes it's just 2 weeks of the project, 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the cycle, like sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. It's all like 3 weeks all done, or sometimes only 2 sprints for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So in that case, we just get the requirement and developer starts coding, and then we start testing it right away. So we as a testers, we don't get time to write down the test cases in detail, because the team's focus is to deliver fast. If there's some small issues, they fix it later, but just delivering fast. So that's the advantage of agile. Better visibility and communication. The communication is just not between the client and the IT team. It is also within IT team. The communication is gets better. Even like in agile, developers, QA, project manager, SA, they all sit together in most of the companies. So there is not like traditional way that you email somebody and then you're just waiting for the response. No, because they all sit together. If I get some issue as a QA tester, I would just go to the desk to the developer and I would show him that, you know what, this is the issues I'm getting, and then he would just check it right away. So it's much easier to communicate in agile method, and it makes the work very easier. Easy or test early and often. In a waterfall method, what you have seen is the testing comes at the very end, but here in agile, testers test pretty early because it's a small pieces. Testers look into the requirements, and actually the testing starts from the requirements only, because sometimes there is an issues also in the requirements. The next is higher quality, because the team works in very small pieces, and the communication is throughout the cycle between the client, between the developers and testers and PM. So everybody is so clear into requirements that what needs to be done. So the product always delivers in the higher quality. So there is no doubt about it. And last but not the least, it reduced risk an earlier release